All right, Shalom. All right, first and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem, Rakar Kodash, double honors the apostles of great millstone who woo and teach well, and salutations to the occupant on the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth to sincerity. A lot of things are going on. If you pay attention to anti-news, you have the banning of the Bible out in California, all right, because and one of the reasons why they're banning is because it rebukes homosexuality. It goes against the wishes of those who are trying to do same-sex marriages, so they're trying to use that as it's unfair and unruly, and using that as an excuse. Now you have also them simultaneously pushing the chip. Now you have all these movies and these TV shows going into putting your consciousness into AI technology, getting yourself chips to able to walk. Things of these natures are all coming, and the Most High prophesied that all these things should come in the last days. All right. Um, Let me get a scripture real quick. This is Habakkuk 2 and Salakia. Not 2. This is, where is it? This is Habakkuk 2 and 3. It says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry." And you're seeing the prophecies come to pass. All right. The Most High spoke about the RFID chip over 2,000 years ago. Through Yahushua. Yahushua came on the earth. He said that the famine of the world was gonna come, and you're seeing it starting to unfold, and it's rapidly unfolding. He said that people are going to start taking the mark of the beast. You're seeing this now. Just because it's not on your mainstream media doesn't mean that people aren't taking the chip. It doesn't mean that they haven't already started. And I'm pretty sure there's also companies, if you've seen previously in the past couple months, that are now mandatorying the chip before you can even work there. Okay, they're making vending machines accessible by the chip, going through doors, accessing computers, things of that nature. So they're slowly bringing it in, but it's speeding up because they know they have a short time. Now the famine of the word, um, it is very dire for those who are just coming in, because soon you're not going to be able to see your prophets, out on the highways and byways, and soon they're going to shut down the YouTube videos where you can't even read it. So those that are just coming in to know it, I really strongly suggest that you put a lot of effort into getting down the precepts, getting down what you can acquire before it is gone. Do you have anything? Because I have another precept. Do you have anything, Art?
Yeah, I have. I was looking for a second precept, but I have Second Corinthians 2 and 11. It says, "Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices."
Yeah, and what is part of those devices? This RFID chip, that's part of one of his devices. We're not ignorant of that. He's gonna come making it look pleasant. He's gonna make it look appealing, as if it's comfortability, an easier way of transaction, a seen way in the future. Because a lot of what does Issa play on? You're really your comfortability. He's like, oh, you carry a wallet, you don't need to with a chip. Oh, you have to carry a bunch of keys, you don't need to with doors opening with the chip, or car starting with the chip. He's using comfortability as one of the weapons. You
Yeah, I
know,
got the word devices right in the Greek.
Con.
Strong's G 3540. Naima. Naima.
Naima, which means a mental perception, a thought, an evil purpose, that which
Ooh.
thinks the mind, thoughts, or purposes. And
And then
Isa has a lot of that, man.
hey, Esau's the master of mischief. Does he not say that? This is part of his mischief, because his thought is to really enslave you. That's really what the chip is for. The chip is not for your benefit. He's there trying to make you a perpetual slave. You know, he doesn't want you to really be free, and he wants to know where you're at. He wants to know how much income you're making. He wants to pretty much track you 24 hours around the clock. He wants you embedded into the system as part as a major working conducting system with really no errors. Because why? He's trying to be like the Most High. He's trying to have control of your sight, basically your thinking patterns, how you move about. And in a sense, he's already did that by creating these roads and these highways, because these roads and these highways really work like circuit boards. That's why it's called a system. Because when you look on a circuit board and they show it to you in science, when data is being transferred, it travels on a circuit road, and the circuit road only leads to either the main computer, the RAM, all these type of things. So this is what you have road for. You have roads that lead to businesses, leads to your banks, leads to your work, and then leads home. There isn't no path that you create.
Well, since you mentioned that, I remember years ago, if you look at any communication device, like even your keyboard, somewhere on the back of it, like if I flip mine or the mouse, there's always FCC logo, which the FCC stands for Federal Communication Commission, and that's
Mm.
what governs. Like you're saying, it's a system, and like if you read it, it says it's created by the government to regulate interstate communications by radio, television, wire, satellite, and cable.
Mm.
So all these things they record, and someone said that whatever you type, like anything online, like whatever, like everything you type is recorded. It's stored in the FCC bank.
That's right.
So it's like you're saying, I have a precept to back you up. This is Ezekiel 28:1. It says, the word of the Lord Yahweh came again unto me, saying, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, thus saith the Lord power, because thine heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a God. I sit in
Mm.
the seat of God in the midst of the seas.
Now, the one thing we all know about the Most High is that he's omnipotent, he's all knowing. Okay, he sees everything down to the detail, and that's how Esau has created himself to be in this system. Esau can see through your cameras. You bring your phone in the bathroom, he can hear your conversation. He has something called the Smurfs, and these Smurfs are known as, one is for audio, one is for visual, and I forgot what the third one is. The third one's for something else. I forgot. But basically, you bring your cell phone into your bathroom, he can hear you. He can turn on your camera and see literally what you're doing. You can go outside in the streets, and he can search you out through all the camera connections, everything, man. Why? Because these phones have a signal. They have a chip in them already. Your
It's called
banking
GPS, the
card.
global position system,
Yeah,
global positioning system.
that's right.
Uh,
And they select your bed.
it
Then
says,
go ahead.
Yet thou art a man, and not the Most High, though thou set thine heart as the heart of the Most High.
Yeah, because what did it say? There's no searching or understanding of the Most High. So Esau really trying to be like the Most High's vain, because you're just a man. When you're just a man, you can't think on a God level, because number one, you're not in a godly realm to even understand heavenly things. Yahweh Shai said, if you cannot understand earthly things, how can I tell you heavenly things, man? Esau doesn't understand the heavens. He can't understand the heavens. He barely understands earthly things. Okay, if he had true understanding, he would know that the RFID chip is actually a negative and not a positive. Okay, that's why he's not chipping himself, because he knows that if he chips himself, he's gonna be number one enslaved to the system. But it has bad after effects. There was this lady who was trying to sue the government or the company that makes the RFID chip, and said that it causes her extreme back pain. Sometimes she'll feel her arm going numb. Okay, and she'll get shock pulses in her right rib, because you're having a device that's emitting all this high intense frequencies in your body, that's messing up your bloodstream, the way your body is functioning, because your body itself has a vibration, has a pulse. So when you have something else interfering with that, it causes damage, okay, to your mind, to your organs, things of that nature. All right. And the Most High even said, if you even take this chip, all right, that you're destined for the lake of fire. Okay.
God.
Hey, Shalom, Maki, Abashim, Barakatah.
Shalom. Y'all about to mess up.
What's up, man? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Uh, was that it on that? Huh?
I had a couple more verses. This is verse 3. It says, "Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee."
Yeah, it says thou are wiser than Daniel. There's no secret that they can hide from thee. Esau knows everything that happens in this current society, right? That's why a lot of you Jakes who try to do sneaky things and act as if you got away and you're not gonna get caught. Esau knows, man. Esau knows secrets that we are yet to discover to a certain extent. You know, he has the lineage of our ancestors, things of that, man. Esau is a well-known, established man when it comes to understanding history and understanding the modern day society, how it works, because he built it. Okay, there's nothing that you can do in this society that Esau don't know about. Just because he hasn't slammed you yet or thrown you in the slammer doesn't mean he doesn't know what's going on. Right?
It says, verse 4, "With thy wisdom and with thine understanding thou hast gotten thee riches, and hast gotten gold and silver into thy treasures. By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches, and thine heart is lifted up because of thy riches."
Yeah, man. You know, the internet. The internet has made Esau very rich. All right. The trading.
And the word traffic, yeah, like you're getting into, right? It means commerce, business, right?
Con. And America's all about commerce and business. It thrives on that. All right. And it says by that traffic thou got many riches. Esau has loaded himself, man. But what
Well,
really what
someone commented if they get the technology to the point where it can tap into your central nervous system, they can control your body. They already have that technology.
that's right.
They've been fucking around with that technology from World War II. After the Germans got defeated, the Canadians or the Russians and the Americans, they were all scrambling to get the scientists, right? In America, it was called Project Paperclip, you know. And recently, in Russia Today, they had an article that said there was someone that requested the government under the Freedom of Information Act, right? Which is an act Esau set up to tell himself, because after 30 or 40 years, I believe they have to release information, you know, about classified documents. They have to declassify them. So what they did, these people, whoever they were, they asked for information about a certain white supremacist group, and what they got back was documents about how electromagnetic waves and pulses can control people. They got a bunch of diagrams. You know, they have you can look it up on Russia Today. You know, and when I looked at the comments, people were like, "Oh, this is fake. Who the hell believes this shit?" You know, because they don't. You know, people aren't bugged out, man. Shalom, bro.
Shalom, shalom, Yabashim Shabrakta,
Yeah,
Bashim.
I even did a video. I did a lesson on it, and there's this guy. He was actually the inventor of the RFID microchip, and he even said that they can submit a frequency which goes just underneath the ear that makes it sounds like an angel's talking to you, a demon, or they can say God-like himself, you know, and it messes with your nerves, and they can make somebody actually become a psychopath, make them think that they're suicidal, you know, things of that nature, because they understand that, like the brother said, frequencies come out of your brain, man. Your brain really tells your body what to do. So if they can alternate that or change the chemicals or
Yeah,
the
our whole
hormones.
body's electric, man. You know,
Yeah, that's right.
the whole body's electric.
That's right. So
Con.
it's just a matter of them playing it out. Go ahead, Mike.
Now, I was gonna say, if I may, man, that's why I say we're not supposed to be ignorant of Esau's devices too. You know,
right.
and like that's why they use music real heavy, because you gotta put your earphones on, and that's putting that vibration in your ear, and that goes right to your brain. You know, and they put a whole lot of madness to make people act a certain way, the way that they want them to act. You know.
That's right. That's why music is also a
I
heavy vibration
had
too.
a precept, right? This is Daniel 3:7. It said, "Therefore at that time, when all the people heard the sound of the cornet, the flute, harp, sackbut, psaltery, and all kinds of music, all the people, the nations, and the languages fell down and worshiped the golden image that Nebuchadnezzar the king had set up.
Trying to read that down now.
Yeah, you know, when the people, like the brother was getting into, man, you know, he's saying you put on them damn headphones, and them headphones are detrimental to you, and it even tells you on your phone, if you raise it up to a certain level, it says it can be detrimental to your hearing. You know, they even warn you, but people listen, of course, full blast, and they get the Dre, Beats by Dre, whatever the hell it's called, you know, and then and they fuck up their hearing, you know, but on another level, it's a frequency, man, you know. And another thing that fucks me up is that Bluetooth, you know.
Yeah.
Like personally, I can't deal with the Bluetooth because after like 15 minutes, you get a ringing in your head and it starts hurting you, you know. And that ringing is basically it could be it can grow a tumor, basically, you know. Like it's very detrimental if you look up the dangers of Bluetooth, you know.
As a matter of fact, you just had China. I think it was like 2 months ago. I just looked it up today, and they banned hip hop music over there because they said it was making their people act go crazy and all that, you know. And that's like a attack to the American dollar too, because they pay them people in that money, you know. So like that's another way of attacking the economy too, because they said that our people, well, not our people, but American people can't go over there and perform, you know. So they made a law stating that they can't. There's no hip hop music or none of that shit allowed at all because of the vibration that it pushes on their people.
I got a precept. Because the scriptures say that music or wine was made to make men glad, and music was made to make merry the heart. This is the book of 1 Samuel 16. I don't know if somebody brought this out, but 16 and 21, it says, and David came to Saul and stood before him, and he loved him greatly, and he became his armor bearer. And Saul sent to Jesse, saying, let David, I pray thee, stand before me, for I have found favor, for he hath found favor in my sight. And it came to pass, when the evil spirit from the Most High Yahweh was upon Saul, that David took a harp and played it with his hand. So Saul was refreshed and was well, and the evil spirit departed from him. You know, now music is made to put demons on you, man.
All right.
Put you in that, you can listen to hip hop music and all of a sudden you want to go smash a hoe. You know, you want to go kill a nigga, you know?
Well, remember they had that album back in the 90s, Music to Drive By?
Music is powerful, man.
Hey, even now, who displays the most demonic music right now, man? J. Cole, okay? His KOD album. Yeah. Just looking at the cover, we were talking about at camp. Just looking at the cover, you know that's already sending demons out, and that's without the music. And the album actually is called Kids on Drugs.
So I thought J. Cole was like coming out with some, like the way he talks. He talks about how he misses the regular life and hip hop, and the fame is not, you know, it's messed up, you know. So I figured he was someone who had a little bit a sense in him, man.
Them dudes got to sell out, man. Just like over here in Philadelphia, they got that dude Meek Mills, and he was locked up. He got released yesterday, but before that happened, it was I believe it was two billionaires went to see him in jail. So what people fail to realize is he had to cut another deal with them to get released, man. And then say the vibrations and all that music put on people. The major vibration now is homosexuality, man, and and drug addicts, man. That's the main thing, because they want to bring our men to a lower state than we already in.
That's right.
Khan, on his Instagram, he said thank you to all the lawyers and like all the love, all the fans, and he said to my good friend Michael Rubin, you know, some damn Kazakh, man.
That's the accuser of their brethren, man. They're shaking hands with the enemy, man.
That's right.
Matter of fact, I got a precept for that, man. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 11, verse 10. It says, "Never trust thine enemy, for it's like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness." You know. But our
Mm,
people trust in our enemy, man, and for them to do everything for them, you know, and to have a back, which ultimately we're supposed to have our put our faith in Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, you know,
Right.
because like Esau, like the scripture say in Psalms, it says words are smoother than butter, but war was in his heart, and nothing never changed, man. So the same way they are then, they are right now, man. So they're trying to make it seem like, oh, we going to give you all these riches, man. You're going to be famous. You're going to be like a god. But then result is they're not telling you that you're going to be destroyed, man.
that's right.
You know?
Um,
You done with that out? You keep going.
Yeah, that was it. That was it.
Okay. All right. I'm just looking for another precept. I'm gonna see how brothers got. I'm just gonna grab one right here.
I have a quick precept. Isaiah 30:1, it says, "Woe to the rebellious children," said Yahweh, "that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin." And that's all these people really been doing, man. And like we're talking about, Jake selling out and all that stuff, and
Yeah.
they really have the power of the influence. So what they're doing is they're taking counsel with the wicked, like we said, Meek. Meek is taking counsel with Khazars,
Yeah.
to really spread more wickedness and keep our people more asleep, and
Yeah.
that's his covering, because he's trying to cover his ass and not try to go back to jail. So
That's
his
right.
covering is, or that's why he said thank you to that Khazar,
Con.
because basically those Khazars are covering his ass,
That's right.
you know.
That's right.
And then it
Well,
says, Salakia, go ahead.
nah, go ahead.
No,
My
no, you
fault.
got it. Go
Nah,
ahead.
you got it.
You got it. Go ahead. Go ahead. Say what you're saying.
Nah, I'm good. You got it.
All right, Khan. I was just gonna say, right, because at the end you have these new age artists, and they're really the mainstream of transgenderism, okay, which is like the brother showed us that video of what's his name, 6ix9ine. You know, he's showing himself as a woman real quick in a video, right? And people are not getting that. But what is that, man? Is to add another spirit onto Jake and make them add sin onto sin.
That's right.
And then what's the next thing they're gonna tell these celebrities to push? The chip. That's the main thing that you're gonna see across the board on a
Con.
daily basis, because all they need to do is just change the mind of acceptance, as they've done every generation. Every generation they slowly make you accept this, or slowly make you accept that. At one time you get beat up for homosexuality. Now look at it. You even speak out against it, and people are ready to fight you. It's normalized. So the chip
Con.
is the,
Con. Matter of fact, I got a quick precept for you.
yeah, go ahead.
Because like to get those deals and all that, man, like you said, man, you got to sell out. And them dudes wearing dresses. I even had LeBron James and all that. So they basically giving up their integrity, man. So this is Psalms chapter 26 of verse 11. It says, "But as for me, I will walk in mine integrity, redeem me, and be merciful unto me," man. You know? So we gotta walk in our integrity, man. Follow the law, statutes, and commandments, and know that's our heritage, man. Because once you get away from that, and Esau knows that, that's why they try to push all these different agendas and all that on our people. Why? Because they don't want to come out of power. They know that the elect are being sealed right now. So they trying to fight against that, and they trying to upset prophecy, man. And our people are going for that because they compromise their morals, what they get gained here in Babylon, man. Which you're supposed to put your riches, where in heaven, man. You know.
Con.
That was it on that.
Con.
And I got a precept. I brought this up a while ago. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 20 and 14. It says, "The gift of a fool shall do thee no good when thou hast it." And the gift of the fool is Esau. He's a children of fools, man. No, because the gift of the fool will do thee no good when thou hast it. Neither yet of the envious for his necessity, because they really envy us. Okay, they know who we.
That's right.
They know who we are. You know,
Con.
it says, for he looketh to receive many things for one, because they want your soul, and your soul has no price on it, man.
That's right.
You just put a price on your soul, and that's on you, man.
That's
So
right.
he looketh to receive many things for one, for that little bit of money, which to these elites, that money ain't got no value. All right,
That's right.
that's just y'all currency. All right,
They printed, man, from thin air.
that's right, that's right. So he's looking to receive many things for one. All right,
Con.
and they're gonna have you subservient to them. Get the chip and be underling to a wicked man.
That's right.
You
Con.
know. So Jake's man, we getting some serious times right now, man.
That's right. And
Man,
yeah,
just to piggyback off of what you said, man, that was a beautiful point, man. Like that, like the Lord made the earth for our sakes, man. So you sum up for that little bit of money, that's just like welfare money, basically, man. You
that's
know,
right.
so they don't trust in Yahweh Bashim outside at all, man. You know,
Come. True.
So it's just the crumbs from the rich man's table, like Lazarus.
that was beautiful. That's exactly it, Doc.
That's right.
Crumbs.
Bro, really, the crumbs are the crumbs, man.
Couple mil, 10 mil ain't nothing to them, man.
Yeah, that's right.
They got silver, gold, they got diamonds, they got precious stones, man. What the scriptures say, the riches of the peculiar riches or something like that. I think Solomon went into that.
Yeah, I have a precept if that was it on that.
Come.
This is Psalms 49:6. They that trust in their wealth and boast themselves in the multitude of their riches, none of them can be select. None of them can by any means redeem his brother, nor give to the Most High a ransom for him. For the redemption of their soul is precious, and it ceaseth forever. So at the end of the day, right, all these riches that you guys are accumulating and boasting in and saying, I got this and I'm all powerful because I can pay for a ride, I can take your girl, I can do whatever. At the end, when judgment comes, what are you going to do? Flash $100 bill to the Most High and say, oh, please forgive me. You can't pay your way out, because guess what? Yahweh Shai already paid, and he paid through the blood, which the Most High required, really. So everything that these guys are doing and influencing for Esau is really vain, because he's going to be wiped out. Esau can't. There's nothing Esau can do to fix his judgment. So why go along and ride with him?
I got a precept.
Khan.
This is Sirach 11:23. It says, "Say not, what profit is there of my service, and what good thing shall I have hereafter?" Which the service is the work, right? Verse 24 again, "Say not, I have enough and possess many things, and what evil can come to me hereafter? In the day of prosperity there is a forgetfulness of affliction, and in the day of affliction there is no more remembrance of prosperity."
That's that a temporal, okay? The scripture says easy with the Most High to make a poor man rich, or even vice versa. All right? The scripture say he make it poor and he make it rich. Plug it?
That's the next verse.
No, go then. Let it go, bro.
It says, verse 26, for it is an easy thing unto the Lord in the day of death to reward a man according to his ways. The affliction of an hour maketh a man forget pleasure, and in his end his deed shall be discovered.
That's like that rich man.
Yeah, I got it. Is that it?
Gone.
I have a quick precept just to back that up. This is Luke 12 and verse 4, because you said that the Most High, right, reward you after death, So Luke 12 and 5, it says, "But I will forewarn you whom ye shall fear. Fear him which after he hath killed hath power to cast into..." Actually, I'll start at 4. "And I say unto you, my friends, be not afraid of them that kill the body, and after that have no more that they can do. But I will forewarn you whom ye shall fear, for him which after he hath killed hath power to cast into hell. Yea, I say unto you, fear him, because at the end the Most High can cast you down to a lower state after you're dead. You know, Esau might threaten you and say, look, if you don't take this, if you don't do this, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna kill your family members. But after that, that's all he can do. You know, the Most High can kill you, give you a worse judgment or worse life than you had now, and you're living, case closed, right? Esau's living his top line in his heaven, his wealth right now. But after the majority of these Edomites die and come back in the kingdom, they're going to be in the worst state they've ever been in their whole life. You know, that's a low state. And this is a man you couldn't touch at one point, but we're going to be the ones laughing at him in the kingdom. That comes to show you that the Most High's power is way beyond.
I got a quick precept just to back you up, because he said, because when you die, right, you're in the spirit, you're in paradise.
That's
you know?
right.
So this is talking about the spiritual realm. This is just straight to the point. Job 3 and 17. It says, there the wicked cease from troubling, and there the weary be at rest. There the prisoners rest together. They hear not the voice of the oppressor.
What? Is that talking about death? Is that talking about death? Dang, that sounds a lot better than what we got over here, bro.
It says, verse 19, the small and great are there, and the servant is free from his master.
That's some sweet words right there. That's music right there.
Hey, that and all kills all the hell, and that shows you that after this, when you go, you're good for a moment, man. But it's the life you live after when the Most High sends you back down.
You remember when, who was it, Samuel? And Saul tried to raise him up again.
Oh yeah.
Him. He said, "Why are you waking me from my sleep?"
That's right.
That's right.
Why you show me the shithole again, man?
Yeah.
You know, he's to come back. You know.
Yo, Samuel's in the spirit world, not even trying to remember this place. He's there, like enjoying it. Come back.
That's when babies come back. They always come back crying, eh?
Yeah, they're like, my bad.
That's what Job said. Why died I not from the womb?
That's
Good.
right.
That's right.
Hey, people don't understand, man. This thing is deep. This thing is very deep, man. And that's why Esau's trying to get it while he can, because he's not sure of really the future. That's why these elites are trying to get their new world order established really before they die, so in hopes that when they die and they see it, they can be like, okay, I'm going to return back to us ruling still, you know. But there's no surety for that. and to be honest, you elites are not going to get it.
Yeah, there's a perfect precept for that.
Let's get it. Let's check it to Esau right now.
We'll find it.
20.
It's this is the book of Luke, chapter 12 and 16. It's let me jump to 15. And he said unto them, take heed and beware of covetousness, for a man's life consists not on the abundance of the things which he possesses. Because these elites, they believe every time they come back in reincarnation, they're going to come back in riches.
That's right.
Which they stole. It says, and he spake a parable unto them, saying, the ground of a certain rich man brought forth plentifully. And he thought within himself, saying, what shall I do, because I have no room where to bestow my fruits? And he said, this will I do. I will pull down my barns and build greater. And that's what they want. They want to build that ultimate, that new world order. And there will I bestow all my fruits and my goods. And I will say to my soul, thou hast much good laid up for many years. Take then ease and eat, drink, and be merry. But the scriptures say when they eat, they're going to vomit it all up, right?
That's right.
But Yahweh said unto him, thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. Just like, what's his name? Rockefeller. Didn't he just pass?
Right.
Actually, a couple of them just dropped dead. A couple of these elites dropped dead, man.
Right.
It says, thou fool, this night thy soul shall be required of thee. Then who shall those things be which thou hast provided? Who's that? Who's this stuff gonna go to?
That's right.
It's going straight to us, man.
That's right.
That's right.
Is that it?
Come.
Khan, I'm gonna back you up with that Job 20. I'm gonna start at verse 11. Says, his bones are full of the sin of his youth. We shall lie down with him in the dust. All right, says, though wickedness be sweet in his mouth, though he hide it underneath his tongue, though he spare it and forsake it not, but keep it still within his mouth, yet his meat in his bowels is turned. It is the gall of ass within him. He has swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. The Most High shall cast them out of his belly. So all these riches that you've accumulated over 500 years of rape, rob, and murder, deceit, mischief, when you guys die and the elites get enslaved, you're gonna go from riches to rags in a matter of seconds, man. It's gonna look like you guys were never even empowered to begin with. And that's where that Wisdom of Solomon book comes in. You know, let us crown ourselves. Roughly paraphrasing. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 2. Actually, let me get that real quick.
Yeah, it says away as a dream.
That's right. That's right. I'm gonna get it. Let me see. I'll start at 1, and then any brother can jump in. This is Wisdom of Solomon 2 and 1. For the ungodly said, reasoning with themselves, be not aright. Our life is short and tedious, and in the death of a man there is no remedy. Neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave. Says, for we are born at all adventure, and we shall be hereafter as though we had never been. See? Because Esau knows, man, when their kingdom perishes, no one's gonna remember. Moses says he's gonna wipe away your cities, the street names, your remembrance of the earth. No one's gonna even remember that you guys even existed after 1,000 years of hardcore slavery. Someone's gonna be like, yo, you remember those like red people? We're gonna be like, who? What were their names again?
The scriptures say that he shall not be in his tabernacle. So it's like when Esau's name gets called, like, you know, you go to class and you're like, yo, is Bob here? Is Esau here? No one's gonna say shit.
Where's he at?
Where's Esau?
Gone. It says, for the breath in our nostrils is as smoke, and a little spark in the moving of our heart, which being extinguished, our body shall be turned into ashes, and our spirit shall vanish as the soft air. It says, and our name shall be forgotten in time. And that's those 1,000 years of hardcore slavery. We're gonna round you guys up, you Edomites, which you so-called Caucasians, you so-called white people, and you guys are gonna be exterminated according to the prophecies of Yahweh Shemashai. Okay, it says, and no man shall have our works in remembrance. So your whole making America great again, your whole empire going across the seas and conquering countries and building up great banks, having all these nice TVs and you know going out in so-called the moon and going out into space. No one's gonna remember that. That's just gonna be done away with, man.
Kind of scriptures say, although a man shall be ever so perfect amongst the sons of men, yet if he had no wisdom, he shall be nothing regarded, man. So Esau's not going to be remembered because he's got no wisdom.
That's right.
No? Go ahead, Art.
It says, and our life shall pass away as the trace of a cloud. Now, you look at a cloud and you see a cloud moving. Once it goes over the horizon, you ain't seeing that cloud again, man. That cloud is gone, man. Out of sight. That's how Esau's going to be, man. Gone. You know?
Gone.
It says, and it shall be dispersed as mist that away with the beam of the sun, and overcome with the heat thereof. For our time is a very shadow that passeth away, and after our end there is no returning. That just sounds like an extermination scripture right there. It is fast sealed, so that no man cometh again. It says,
the brother put up the precept I was holding.
So put up his precept.
Oh, it's all in the spirit. It says, come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present. And Esau is currently doing that. You know, with his time, he's creating all these devices to keep us asleep. these other devices to enslave us. And really, this AI technology is to take over most of humanity in their work process, because they still need business to run as usual. So if they just exterminate everyone, they're not gonna have that fluctuation of money and traffic coming in as they did. But if they have enough bots to keep everything functioning, then really there's no use for humanity. All right, just the ones that they want to do serious hard labor for. It says,
What scripture is this the man that
and let us speedily use the creatures like as in youth. And Esau does that currently, because man is still considered a creature. Esau is using every single creature to his benefit. He has the animals in the zoo to entertain him. Then he got us to entertain him. He has all these different forms of using creatures to his benefit, and pushing out his wicked vibration. And I believe that's it.
I had Job 20:7, and it says, I started at 6. It says, though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet shall he perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. Verse 9, the eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him.
See, so that's basically the Most High preaching a genocide, and he compared it to a dream, because most of the time when you dream, you don't remember it, nor can you remember the details of the dream. You have those dreams where you remember you had the dream, but you can't speak of it. You can't really go into details of it. That's how Esau's gonna be. He's just gonna be like, oh man, I remember this, but like I don't remember how it was.
Like you blacked out.
Yeah, that's Obadiah right there. He's quoting Obadiah right there.
It's like we woke up at a nightmare, man.
That's right.
That was my precept too, man.
That's the spirit.
Okay.
Warner?
That was it.
Anyone else?
Then I got a precept. This is the book of Psalm 73 and 1. It says, truly Yahweh is good to Israel, even to such as of a clean heart. But as for me, my feet were almost gone, my steps have nigh slipped. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. So that's the thing. That's the state of our people today. All right, they go and trim their ways to seek love of the so-called white men, the Edomites. All right, they don't want to get a menial job, a 9-to-5. They want to ball. They want to, like Require Raquam, the brother out there in UK. He put out a beautiful video saying that Jake doesn't want to get your regular job, do a trade. They want to be somebody. They want to get a name. All right, and it's all based on pride. So they envy the white man who really he's the oppressor right now. He's got all the power, and whatever he desires them to do, they're gonna do it because they want that power, man. So it says, for there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. It says they are not in trouble as other men. Like Gabarba, you read about how I can't quite get that scripture, but you read over the fact that they're not troubles, right? They're not trouble. I believe you read a precept on that, but can't really recall it. It says they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore pride compassed them as a chain. So you can't break Esau's pride. Even when Esau pretends that he's not proud, he's still a freaking proud devil, man. Right? It says violence covereth them as a garment. Right?
Violence covered them as a garment.
It says their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. That's that what do you call it? What do you call it? Today they got all this availability.
Gone.
I can't remember what it's called. Damn. Entitlement. They got that.
White privilege.
white privilege. I don't know how it slipped my mind. For what? They got that
Hey,
white privilege.
That's the most I'm making you forget them already.
It says they are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. That's what Wisdom of Solomon 14:1. The foolish said inside there's no God. They've done abominable works. There's none that do it good. It says they set their mouth against the heavens, saying that because they got this technology, they can make your if you lose an arm, they could get you a new one. Okay, they got stem cell research. They say, well, we can do better than God, than the Creator. You know, they set their mouth against the heavens, man.
That's right. They want to take the Most High's role, man.
That's right. That's right. He says he is none else. He says it says, and their tongue walk throughout the earth. All right. That's why here it is. A Gook or a Taiwanese. They've never been to America. They've never met a Jake in their life. But you go over there and they're gonna treat you like most likely like how a white man treats you in America. Right? They look down on you. Okay, you go to the other end of the damn earth and they're like, who's this nigga? They were watching westernized TV and they know how Jake be carrying on acting like a fool. So you go over there and they look at you like a nigger over there, man. That goes into the curses anyways.
God, y'all was about to get into that.
That's a spirit. All right, go ahead, all right.
Nah, go ahead. I'm trying to find it real fast for what you just said.
Anybody else got a precept?
Yeah, I got a precept real quick. This is Sirach 21:3. It says, all iniquity is as a two-edged sword, the wounds whereof cannot be healed. To terrify and do wrong will waste riches. So Esau right here is wasting his riches, trying to do wrong on the people, trying to fulfill his wickedness in his vibration. He's really wasting his riches because it's not going to change the outcome of what the Most High wants to do. It's not going to stop righteousness. He's not going to obliterate the Most High's name. It's not going to obliterate his will. It's not going to change over the people. All right? Because at the end, the Most High left what? A remnant that won't bow down to Esau. So really, your riches are wasteful. It says, thus the house of proud men shall be made desolate. And that's the end that these present people really don't consider. Because there's another scripture in Sirach that says, consider thy end, roughly paraphrasing. Because everybody's all about the present, but they're not considering the end result. If someone offered you a business opportunity and you had a heads up to know that they were going to go bankrupt within a couple of days of him giving you the deal, would you still take that deal? I doubt you would take that deal, man. So this is the same thing. The Most High is telling you that it doesn't matter if you join forces with them, they're going to go down. That's a bad business deal. Now, if you're a businessman, you should know, man.
That's right.
Yeah, I got a quick precept to back you up. This is
earlier.
Oh, come.
Nah, from what you said about if you go like over there in China, they never saw the Jake and all that. This is Deuteronomy 28:37. It says, and thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither Yahweh Bashim shall lead thee. And that's like wherever Jake is at, man, we known as the lowest, man, the worst. Whatever what's that byword, basically whatever byword they have for us, that's what we known as wherever we scattered it, man. That was it on that.
Yeah, no, that's right. And there's another scripture, I think in Deuteronomy, it says the Lord will make these curses overtake thee till they have destroyed thee, man. So wherever Jake is, it doesn't matter where you move. The curses are gonna follow you.
That's right.
This is just a quick backing up what the Barber said about looking well into your way, right? Then this is Proverbs 14:15. It says, the simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his going.
John, because because at the end, when we're going about in the world, we understand that anything that we actually do or invest our time in, we don't put it all the way because we know this place is gonna perish. And that's the difference between really a fool and a wise man, because a fool doesn't see the edge of I'll say this in a metaphor, doesn't see the end of the road. All right. But a wise man can see that there's a cliff, and he'll start to slow down and turn the other way while the other man's going full throttle and flies off the bridge and then explodes, man, at the end with his car. That's basically what it is. Esau's driving a giant car, driving it off the cliff. All right. And the elect has gotten out of that car saying, nope, we're not coming off this cliff with you, man. It's all you by yourself. Even though, what did it say also in Deuteronomy, Salakia? Let me get that real quick. Because the Most High even said also this is a fourth generation. I mean, he will see their end, man.
I got a quick precept for what you went into. You said that they can't see it far off. This is book of 2 Peter 1:9. It says, but he that lacketh these things is blind and cannot see afar off, and hath forgotten that he was purged from his own sins. And that's those who were in the truth and say, oh, you know what, the Lord's not coming, or this doctrine's not the truth. Those who fall back into as a sow return to his mire. So they can't see it far off. They can't see the end of the cliff coming, the end of America, and the ushering into the kingdom, man.
Matter of fact, to back you up on that, like in the scripture before that, when it said the foolish believe every word, that's like our people, whoever, like they believe in that America's still going to continue, that the economy is not going to collapse just because Esau is telling them that, man.
Right.
They believe that they're going to make America great again, like them dumbass Jakes that's down there and down south in what means parts of the country with the Confederate flags, believing every word Esau is telling them, man.
That's a saying. There's a saying, men's words are comfort to a fool. But we're speaking the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, which are eternal.
That's right. Matter of fact, it says, let the words of the Most High be true and every man a liar, man.
That's right. That's right.
I have a quick precept. This is Sirach 18:24. It says, think upon the wrath that shall be at the end, and the time of vengeance when he shall turn away his face. And that's really what you should be thinking about the wrath at the end, not what's present. Not the fun times, not trying to gather these riches, not trying to impress these bitches, whatever. You need to think about the end all be all. All right. And the end all be all is establishing the kingdom. That's what we were trying to usher in. That's the ultimate peace. The peace that Jake so-called has here is not real peace. Because guess what? You're still gonna get harassed when you jump in your car and you go down and the police spots you. You're still going to be looked down upon at work. You still have major bills to pay. You're not going to own anything, and you're not going to get ahead of this society. I don't care how hard you work. I don't care if you're the greatest hustler. The point is, I still has curses upon you. The greatest of the greatest, the lows of the lows, man.
I got a precept. This book of John, St. John 14. Verse 26, but the Comforter, which is the Holy Spirit, which the Father will send in my name, shall teach you all things and bring all things to remembrance whatsoever I have said unto you. Now the scriptures say, too much wisdom is much grief. These are the things that we gotta fight. We gotta learn temperance, control, being seasoned, Peace I leave you, my peace I give unto you, not as the world giveth. Give I unto you, let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. The Lord said He's going to give us His peace. All right, and the peace is the stability, like the scriptures say. He made Jeremiah a pillar, or the apostles pillars. All right, because in the day, the scriptures that's Matthew's the 7th chapter. It spoke about a word onto a man, and the storm came, right? And the storm beat on that house, but the house didn't fall.
God.
Y'all there? Kind you want
I had I believe Awar, you said it about whatever Jake does, you know, it's cursed basically, right? This is Deuteronomy 28:20. It says, "The Lord shall send upon thee cursing, vexation, and rebuke." Hey, doesn't Jacob says, "I'm vexed, man." You know, Jake is always vexed, man. Right? And rebuke, and all that thou settest thine hand unto. So whatever you do, whatever your enterprise is, the Lord, you know, He's going to curse it, right? For to do until thou be destroyed, and until thou perish quickly, because of the wickedness of thy doings, whereby thou hast forsaken me.
The scriptures say that he made the heavens as brass and the earth as iron. You know, that represents a hard life. You know, Jake, you know, there's that song, it's a hard knock life. You know, wherever Jake looks. Go ahead, huh?
No, that was it.
It's a hard life, and the thing is the scriptures say that the furnace proveth the potter's vessel. So a lot of our people have decided to give up their integrity to make it in the world, man, and that means, yo, they got to be occupied in evil, man. And the scriptures say, "He that is occupied in evil, no good can happen unto him," man. You know, so Jake's in it for you know. Done that, man. They're going to finish.
That's why Jake's so quick to sell out, man. You know, because they weak minded, man, and they can't endure that hardness, man. You know, that's the 2/3 of our people.
That's right.
Hey, Jeremiah, what chapter and verse was that?
Deuteronomy 28:20.
28 and 20.
Oh man, I got it.
Okay, let me see. Is it 28 and 20 or 28 and 23?
28 and 20, I read.
Okay, Con.
To
It says to 23, right?
To 21.
Okay, I want to look up that word brass and iron real quick. See if they have anything on here.
Con, I got a precept while you're looking, bro.
Yeah, Con, go ahead.
It says Matthew chapter 7:24. It says, "Therefore whosoever hearkeneth unto these sayings of mine, and doth them, I will liken him unto a wise man which buildeth his house upon a rock." Right? Because these niggas, well, it goes into it. It says, "And the rain descended, and the flood came, and the winds blew, and beat upon that house. And it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock. And everyone that hearkeneth these words, sayings of mine, and doth them not, shall be likened unto a foolish man which built his house upon sand." That's these niggas, they're building in a house upon sand, man. All right, sandcastles. It says, "And the rain descended, and the floods came," and the flood is coming, man. Esau is going to take away what he gave you, man. "And the wind blew and beat upon that house, and it fell, and great was the fall of it." Right, and that's it.
I got that word iron in the scripture, and the E shall be iron. When you look at the word, I'm gonna let it play.
Strong's H1270.
Bercel, and it says iron ore as material of furniture, implement, tool of iron, harshness, strength, oppression, you know, and that's what Jake goes through, man. Harshness and oppression. All right. That's what the Most High said, man. You're gonna go through harshness and you're gonna go through oppression. That's that iron, and that's what these heathens are gonna go through when Yahushua comes back. Because he said, "And you shall rule them with a rod of iron." You know, we're gonna rule them in harshness, okay, no oppression. That was it.
Beautiful.
And that's also a cut to them other groups that's teaching out there, teaching that Esau is going to be a regular citizen in our kingdom. You know, like how is that when we going ruling with a rod of iron, man? And also tell you double unto them what they did to us, man.
That's
You know?
right.
So that's dudes that sold out and they love Esau, man. You know.
That's right.
But I had a quick precept on these sellouts, man. This is Luke chapter 6, verse 24, concerning what we were speaking about earlier too. It says, but woe unto you that are rich, for ye receive your consolation. And woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep, man. You know, and that's what our people are doing right now. They don't believe that these things are coming. You know, even we saw too, but mainly for our people, man. They don't believe that these hard times is up and coming. They thinking like, oh, them niggas out there in the corner, they just talking shit and all that, you know. But we out there telling them and explaining to them the things that's coming. And what they trying to do now, fill their belly with this food and the famine coming. You know, you even got dudes talking about like hoarding food and all that. Talking about I'm gonna grow a garden, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna be cool. No, you're not trusting in Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, man. So ultimately, that's why it says woe to them. So they're gonna be destroyed. You know, and they laughing now, but you know what I'm saying? Laugh now, cry later, man. Just like the Lord said, we gonna laugh at their calamities, man. When they fear comes to desolation, man. You know?
That's right.
Was it up?
Yeah, that was it.
And I had Ezekiel 33 and 30. It says, also thou son of man, the children of thy people still are talking against thee by the walls and in the doors of the houses, and speak one to another, every one to his brother, saying, come, I pray you, and hear what is the word that cometh forth from the Lord. And they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they still will not do them. For with their mouth they show much love, but their heart goeth after their covetousness. And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that hath a pleasant voice and can play well on an instrument, for they hear thy words, but they do them not. And when this, yep.
So like those are those people that can walk by and say, I respect what you're doing, brothers.
Yeah, big up the Israelites.
Yeah. You know, those cheerleaders, as we call them cheerleaders. And what do they like to say? Oh, you guys know your stuff. I've never seen anybody that knows the Bible like you, but then guess what? They keep it moving right after.
Oh man. Oh,
last verse, it says, and when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, which is what the prophecies, right? Then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them.
That's right, man. That's right. Cause like the brother said, man, you got the dudes and cheerleaders and all that. Like they come past the camp all the time, man. About, yo, I respect what y'all guys out there doing. Y'all doing a good job. Keep up the good work. But that's the they walk past and stop and say that, but they won't sit there and listen, man. You know. Right. But at the same token, you know that they watching. They've been watching videos. You know, but they like it says in Ezekiel, what's that? The 3rd chapter. That if he sent this to a people of a harsh speech, a harsh language, they would hear it, man. But Israel would not hearken, man. You know, so our people are hard-headed.
That's right. You know, our people are stiff-necked to the core. You know, they don't budge. They don't, and that's the dangerous thing about Israel. They don't budge for nothing. You can give them all the facts, and they don't care. They like being lied to. They like being state.
Well, it says they love smooth words, man. Right?
That's right.
Smooth things, man. Prophesy deceits.
That's right. And people don't understand.
You want it.
Okay.
This is Isaiah 39, where I'll start at verse 8. Now go and write it before them in a table and note it in a book, that it may be for the time to come forever and ever, which this is the book right here, right? Verse 9, that this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord Yahweh, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceit.
Okay. Because if we was out there, Salaka.
No, go ahead.
I said, if we was out there, you know, trying to comfort the people, tell them everything gonna be all right, you'll have a line down the whole damn block, man, around the corner, man.
That's
You know,
right.
and a whole bunch of women and people throwing money at you and all that. Because you tell them the truth, they're like, man, them niggas is crazy, man. I'm not trying to hear nothing they gotta say. And they want you to, basically pat them on the back, rub their shoulders and tell them like, everything's gonna be all right, buddy, and all that, man. But in all actuality, we were obligated, man, and our duty is to teach this truth, man, at all costs, man.
Hey, well, just because you said that, what did you say in the beginning, brother? You said if we were telling them nice, sweet things, peaceful things, right? Or because we tell them the truth, they hate us, right? So this is Amos 5:10. They hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly.
Matter of fact, I remember one time, man, when I was out there teaching, and this Muslim guy walked past, and I was like, yeah, man, I said our people want to be Muslim. This dude, he damn near snatched his kufi off his head, jumping up and down. Talking about, you disrespecting my religion. So I'm like, man, go ahead, man. But with how he walked off, he was trying to conspire with some dudes that come throw bottles and all that at me, man. But the Lord, he didn't allow that to happen, man. Because he heard the truth, man, and it cut him, man. Like it says that the truth is like a two-edged sword, man. It cuts deep. So when them people hear that, they get in their feelings and their emotions, man, and they want to fight and all that.
Hey, sometimes people see the Caesar sign, man. We see people bug out over that, man. You see people get seizures, man. They start foaming at the mouth, man. People have to hold them back.
Got power. You got power.
That's right.
Hey, just finishing the here, right? Back in Isaiah 30. 30 and 11, it says, get you out of the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us.
Get up.
Wherefore, yep.
Dang.
Go on.
Go ahead.
Nah, man, that was heavy right there, man. Because they don't want to hear it. Jake don't want to hear the truth, man.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to hear it, man. And then also they get scared, man. Once you tell them about martial law, famine, great death, and all that, they get scared, man. So they like, oh, please don't tell me that. I don't need to hear something else, man.
Scared of a woman.
You know why? Because they have their lifestyle, they have their kids, they have their plans and their hopes for their children. So you're telling them this shit, they're like, this isn't my 5-year plan. It says verse 12, it says, wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because he despised this word and trusts in oppression and perverseness and stay thereon. Therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant. That was the point.
I have a quick precept just to back y'all up, because it's saying that Jake. I think Michael Allah, you said that Jake doesn't stand there. They don't listen. If we, we're preaching smooth things, there'll be a lineup. This is 1 John 4:2. It says, hereby know ye the Spirit of the Most High. Every spirit that confesses that Yahweh Shai HaMashiach is come in the flesh is of the Most High. And every spirit that confesses not that Yahweh Shai is come in the flesh is not of the Most High. And this is that spirit of Antichrist, whereof ye have heard that it should come, and even now already is in the world. Ye are of the Most High, little children, and have overcome them, because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. They are of the world, therefore they of the world, and the world heareth them. And that's what, man, these philosophies, these pastors, everybody, they give them that smooth thing and makes them feel great about themselves. That's the world, and they're part of it. It says, verse 6, we are of the Most High. He that knoweth the Most High heareth us. He that is not of the Most High heareth not us. Hereby know we the spirit of truth and the spirit of error. And that's why we can cast judgment through you, because we know the truth and we know the error. That's why when we teach you your error and then climb you with the truth, y'all run away.
That's right. That's right.
You're not. Still lucky. Go ahead.
I got a precept. This is the book of John, chapter 9 and 20. It says, these words spake Yahweh Shai in the treasury as he taught in the temple, and no man laid hands on him, for his hour was not yet come. Then said Yahushua again unto them, I go my way, and ye shall seek me, and shall die in your sins. Whether I go, you cannot come. Then to the Jews, will he kill himself, because he saith, Whether I go, ye cannot come? And he said unto them, Ye are from beneath, I am from above. Ye are of this world, I am not of this world. That's the same thing with the whole full light, man.
Hey, they
No.
lost it when he said that.
you Beelzebub, man. The hell's wrong with you?
That was beautiful, right?
Yeah, and that's the problem with people, that people have with us, because we're really not of this world. To really be of this world, you need to, think like it and be in that flow. Our flow is completely different. They're flowing left, we're flowing right. Our wave patterns are completely different. Even when we start having conversation,
They're not even flowing now. They're stagnant. They're dead.
That's right.
They say that remain not in the tabernacles of wisdom, roughly paraphrasing, shall remain in the congregation of the dead, man.
That's right.
Right? So these people, you can hardly pretend with these people, man. With their this stagnant ass conversation, man.
That's
Hey, how was the game last night? Hey, how was all that bullshit, man?
That's right, man. We're the ones who really have to blend in, and people don't understand that we're lowering down really our IQ just so we don't have any problems.
Kent, like in Superman, Clark Kent, he has his regular work clothes, and then when duty calls, he's Superman, right? But then he comes back into the world, and he like you said, blends in.
That's right.
That's right.
Oh man, I got a precept, man.
Go ahead.
All right, this is Acts chapter 18. I'm Salakia, chapter 19 and verse 7, man. This how niggas get, man, when you teach them the truth, man. It says, I'm gonna start at verse 7. It says, and all the men were about 12. It says, and he went into the synagogue and spake boldly for the space of 3 months, disputing and persuading the things concerning the kingdom of the Most High. But when divers were hardened and believed not, but spake evil of that way before the multitude, he departed from them and separated disciples, disputing daily in the school of one Tyrannus. So like you go out there speaking boldly, telling the truth, man. They hate that shit, man. Like you ready to put hands on you, you have to speak boldly, man. You ain't supposed to spare none of their feelings, man. And that's why Jake gets real emotional. Why? Because they raised, in Babylon, and 9 times out of 10 they raised by a female, so they got what you call it, female tendencies, man.
Right. Hey, or just tell it like it is, man. They're bitch made niggas.
Okay.
That's what it is. That's what they are, man. Go ahead. Was that it?
Yeah, that was it.
Anyone else holding a precept?
This is the book of First Peter's chapter 4 and 6. It says, for this cause was the gospel preached also to them that are dead, that they might be judged according to men in the flesh, but live according to Yahweh in the spirit. Go ahead, edify that out.
Wasn't that not us? At the end we were dead at one point, but now we live through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yeshai. You know what I'm saying? We're not in that dead state, because to really be dead is not know who you are, not know your power, not knowing where you came from. There's so many things wrong with this world. That's why it says in Hosea 4:1 that the Most High has a problem. Okay, with the. Can we get that? Can I get that? Is it? No, is it? I think it's Hosea 4:1. So yeah, this is Hosea 4:1. It says, hear the word of Yahweh, ye children of Israel, for Yahweh had a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of the Most High in the land. And that's the problem. Okay, there's no truth. There's nothing coming out. You have us out here telling you, the lineage of your genealogy, all that stuff is by your father, and someone will literally fight us down and say no. So what happens if someone is mixed? I'm telling you that there is no mix. That's how you know you're dead. You're in the dust. You're confused. You don't see clearly. You don't and it's crazy because that comes to show that the Most High's power is so serious that for us it's so simple. Like it's like you don't even need to think about it. But for someone else, it's like they're getting a brain freeze.
Yo, that's a spirit right there, bro.
Yeah, you know they can't, and that comes to show you that Esau has indoctrinated the world so heavy that you just breaking that little crack of darkness and shining a little bit of light, it blinds them completely. They ain't seeing nothing. They're like, oh, too much, bro. Yo, turn off the light. They want to go back.
God, that's Isaiah. I'm holding Isaiah.
That's
6:9.
Directly to the sun.
That's right.
Sadia?
It's like them looking directly into the sun. Burning.
God, the scripture says it's a pleasant thing for a man to behold the sun, and this truth is represented as the sun, or Yahweh Shai represented. He's brighter than the sun, in fact.
That's right.
They don't want to see the light, you know.
Right.
This is Isaiah 6:9, and he said, "Go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not." Because the scriptures say that we play well on the instrument. Brothers know what they get deep. We get to the scriptures say that Paul was a barbarian to the barbarians. We break it down as simple as possible, and they still don't get it.
That's right.
You know? That's powerful. It's scary at the same time, man. Because you know, it says make the heart. Say that again, not?
I said it's a scary thing to fall into the hands of the Most High, you know.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. In verse 10, it says, "Make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart and convert and be healed." You know?
And how do you convert and be healed? By understanding the truth. That's the only way, you know. And now this new generation, they have a thing called your truth. And I remember saying this to somebody because they said, I'm like, okay, so if a psychopath goes and kills somebody or murders somebody, right? What would you call that? You're not saying he's wrong? And the person said, well, that would be their truth. I'm like, but isn't there not a standard right and wrong? And this person said, no, you don't. There is no, everybody has their own truth, but that's not possible. So how can there be a lie? How can there be a wrong?
These people are completely crazy, man. Just apply that to construction. Just roll up on a construction site when they're laying the foundation on, and tell the head dude, hey man, I got a better plan here, and then you give him the blueprint. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. Oh, that's my truth. And you build that shit and it collapses, man.
Yo, some of these people, the scriptures say, I'd rather confront a bear or a lion than a man in his folly.
Hey, it says sand and iron is easier to bear than a fool in the Apocrypha.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab that real quick here. This is Ecclesiastes. Because these people are dangerous, man. They're dangerous.
People are sick, man. That's why I said we got to sick. But that was David. He put a curse on the 2/3, man, and told the Lord that to make their heart fat and blind them, man. Them eyes to see, they can't see, man. Ears to hear, but can't hear, man.
That's right. That's right. I got it quickly here. I got the precept. This is Sirach 22 and 11. It says, "Weep for the dead, for he hath lost the light, and weep for the fool, for he wanteth understanding." Make little weeping for the dead, for he is at rest, but the life of a fool is worse than death. Left. I think internet cut out. It says verse 12. Yeah, he'll come. Yeah, he's back. It says verse 12. 7 days do men mourn for him that is dead, but for a fool and an ungodly man all the days of his life.
Because the scriptures say, he that despises wisdom and nurture his whole life is vain, man, and he's miserable.
God, exactly. He's
Yep,
walking blind.
Con. Yeah, man, that's the majority of these people, right? It says, verse 13, talk not much with a fool, and go not to him that hath no understanding. So that's why do you think the apostles, they always tell you we're not here for debates, you know, all that shit on Another TV like 5 years ago. They weren't with it because it's foolishness, man. And what happened with those debates? Nothing came out of it. They're
That's
still,
right.
they're still trying to debate.
That's right.
It was just a money scam, man. Jake is slick.
All that debating and nobody got what you call it, converted.
Con. There's no standard, right?
Then all it was about money, man. You know,
That's right.
that's all the line they pockets, man.
Yep. It says, beware of him lest thou have trouble, right? And thou shalt never be defiled with his fooleries. Depart from him, and thou shalt find rest, and never be disquieted with madness.
That's madness right there, man. And it's a norm. It's something that's all. Yeah, you make sense, bro. I'm like, no, man, that's some madness right there, you know. Insanity. You call it insanity right there.
Yep. It says, verse 14, 2 more verses. What is heavier than lead, and what is the name thereof but a fool? It says, sand and salt and a mass of iron is easier to bear than a man without understanding.
That's heavy right there, man.
Oh, that was it.
That's heavy right there.
Matter of fact, I got a precept for you too. I'll be discussing these fools, man. You know,
You know, like after a long day on the highways, man, you deal with like a bunch of idiots, man. Your head hurts, man. You need some wine, you know, some Yayan or some Henny or something, man.
You got a precept.
this is Proverbs chapter 14, verse 6. It says, a scorner seeketh wisdom, a scorner seeketh wisdom and findeth it not. But knowledge is easy unto him that understandeth. It says, go from the presence of a foolish man, but thou perceivest not in him the lips of knowledge. The wisdom of the prudent is to understand his way, but the folly of a fool's the folly of fools is deceit. Fools make a mock at sin, but among the righteous there is favor.
That's why the elders didn't deal with these guys in the debates.
That's right, man.
Because it's unprofitable. In other words, man.
It's not getting you salvation, man. You know, you're supposed to avoid them dudes and get out the presence of them, man. They like I said, it says fools make a mock at sin, man. So they think that shit is funny, man. You know, like with Esau, they make fun of men putting on dresses, man. You know, our people eating pork and all that. They think that shit is funny. As a matter of fact, it was a song back in 1916, which is it's supposed to be the ice cream song. You know what I'm saying? But it's called "Nigga Love a Watermelon." Ha 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 ha. And so that's like they mocking us, man, laughing and shit, man. You know, I wasn't on that.
Okay. I got a precept. One I brought up, but I didn't quote it right. This is Proverbs 17:12. It says, "Let a bear rob of her whelps meet a man, rather than a fool in his folly."
Right.
It's better just to meet a bear, rob of his whelps, and die. All right. Than deal with a fool in his folly, man, and live to be destroyed by the Most High, man. Like the scriptures say, it is better to have no children and have virtue than to have them live ungodly, man. So yeah, man, you rather just freaking be put to death rather than deal with a fool in his folly, man. You know.
Hey, just because you said that, I got a precept. If someone doesn't have anything.
Nah, you good.
This is Sirach 16:1. Desire not a multitude of unprofitable children, neither delight in ungodly sons. Though they multiply, rejoice not in them, except the fear of the Lord be with them.
That's his generation.
Mm-hmm. It says, verse 3, trust not Trust not thou in their life, neither respect their multitude, for one that is just is better than 1,000, and better it's like it, and better it is to die without children than to have them that are ungodly.
That's right.
Con.
That's right.
Hey, because you have these little ass bastards, man. It makes you talking all that smack. Yo, this generation talks to you as if they know more than you. Like they've lived out more years than you, more experience. They don't research anything, but they'll talk to you as if they've been studying this their whole life. Now, this is that generation. This generation is off the wall, crazy monsters. You know, they have no regard of understanding. They're just zombies running to and fro, man. You know, that's what they do. I got a quick precept if that was it.
I had like 2 verses
Uh,
or 3 verses. It says, verse 4, for by one that is, it's like, for by one that hath understanding shall the city be replenished, but the kindred of the wicked shall speedily become desolate. Many such things have I seen with mine eyes, and mine ear hath heard greater things than these. In the congregation of the ungodly shall a fire be kindled, and in
Yeah.
the rebellious nation wrath is set on fire. That was it.
That the scriptures say that the Lord came to set fire on the earth, and what it to be already kindled, man. And he's coming to light up Idumea, you know, America, you know.
Con.
Go on, Barbara.
This is Proverbs 12:23. A prudent man concealeth knowledge, but the heart of fools proclaimeth foolishness. And that's all that goes out around the world. There's foolishness. You got the memes. You know, Facebook is open to idiots.
Con.
You know, people will read a meme. There's people that will read a meme and be like, "Oh my God, that changed my whole life." You know, and it's like, and that's somebody just throwing something out there in thin air. Just, you know, that's where you really get all this feminist movement from. Girls are just throwing out ideas. Women are better than men. We carry a baby for 9 months. And yo, there's women that tell me that, and they be like, "You're just doing what you're supposed to do. That doesn't mean you're better than us. You're just doing what you're supposed to do. That's your creation. That's what your
The
purpose."
scripture saying in Ecclesiastes, folly is set in great dignity.
That's right.
Yo, in the Maccabees, the woman, I believe it's Maccabees 7:11, she said, "I can't tell how you came into my womb." You know, it's like, come on,
See?
you know, come on, you have a choice, man. In what the scripture saying, in pains I shall bring forth children. You know, come on.
That's right.
Now women they think they can tell you how the baby was formed and all that, man.
That's right.
Oh, there's a scripture that says you don't. Ecclesiastes.
Remember one of Polite's wife, we don't need you.
Yeah.
We got the boss thing, man.
She was saying we can create a baby without sperm.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, and that's going to show you you're completely dumb, bro. Because where in your body holds sperms? Please tell me. Can someone please show me where in the body y'all hold your sperm at? Please. I mean, Esau's gone too deep. Hey, you guys are feeding off that serpent. That serpent is killing you with that poison.
That's right.
Hey, yo, you guys are going to Esau saying, "He's killing me softly with his," bro. That's what you guys are saying out there, man. He's killing you guys, bro. You guys are dumb. Dumb. Hey, and if I can just put this out there real quick, and I've said this example many times. The woman is not as important as men because throughout history, from the beginning till now, the emperor, the rulers always killed off the men because they knew that men could repopulate the earth within years. All right, because guess what? I'm gonna throw this out, and this is all to the women listening, whatever. If a woman sleeps with a different man every day for 1 month, in 9 months she's only going to produce one child, so she'll be a mother of one child. A man sleeps with different women every day for a month, he is a father of 30 in 9 months. Now in that alone, who's more powerful, man?
Right.
You
got an army right there, boy.
To make a nation. This man can go. Hey, Salakia, go ahead.
No, go ahead. No.
No, just saying. This man can make a nation in 3 years, 3, 4, 5 years, doing the same thing every month for 5 years, and that's a nation already, man. That's how dangerous. And that's one one man, one seed. All right? That's the difference, man. Yo, if you exterminate, and this is why it's also important to know race and
There was a movie
heritage.
like that. There was a movie where they had different theories of how the world would end, and then one of the at the end there was one man left with like 10 women, and he carried out the experiment, popping these different women, and exactly what you're saying, bring back people basically.
That's right. That's right. All right.
Matter of fact, I had a precept concerning these foods,
Right.
man. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 10 and 18. It says, "He that hideth with lying lips, and he that uttereth slander is a fool. And the multitude of words there wanteth not sin, but he that refraineth his lips is wise. The tongue of the just is as choice silver. The heart of the wicked is little worth. The lips of the righteous feed many, but fools die for want of wisdom, man. And that's the main thing with these people now. They want wisdom, and they searching for a seeking for, and we out here giving it to them, man. But who they go to? They go to Esau for these things, man. So they die wanting wisdom, man.
Okay. So they say the wisdom of the wise, the wisdom of the poor is despised. They hate, because we ain't got a rep like that. We don't have a name in the world, man.
God. That's wisdom. Just having that name alone, man.
Right.
Which makes them respect as a persons.
Then we out there like frauding, acting like we don't that we love Esau, man. You gotta know that you're born into slavery. You're our enemy and all that. So we're not uttering lies, man. So that's wisdom, man.
Hey,
But Esau said they love you. You're his friend. You're his buddy, and that's foolishness, man.
hey,
Because they
if I
lied to you. It says, I'm going to go back to 18. It says, "He that hideth hatred with lying lips, and he that uttereth slander is a fool," man.
Con. And if I can say this, right? Being his truth, you actually understand how he operates, because we do this. Do we not do the same thing when we go to work in these businesses? We'll say hi in his face, smile, hey, what's up? Da, da, da. But in our head, we're like, bro, you're going into slavery, bro. We it's like you understand their mind frame. Like they do the same thing. Like it's just like, yeah, they'll smart. And he'd be like, yo, in their head, they're drawing swords, as they say. It's what we're doing, because there's certain ways to move out here, So is that it?
Yeah, that was that.
All right, so we can end it off that. If anybody has anything else, they can lay it out.
Nah, man. That's the
Everybody
man.
good?
So I can stay strong, man. We almost out of here, man. These prophecies are really pushing they rolling right now, man. And I can don't get weak, especially not now. It's too late in the game to get weak, man.
That's right.
Because we can wake up tomorrow and the economy be collapsed, man. That'll be a beautiful thing.
Gas is up, man. Gas jumped up I think twice today, man.
Wow.
It's gonna be Book of Eli time soon.
Oh, that's right. You gotta get a bite.
Hey, because y'all said that, let me get this. 13. I'll start at verse.
Oh man.
That awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
Okay.
The night is far spent at hand, works of darkness, and let us put on, because we're gonna need that. Because nightfall, because night represents not able to see well. You can't see really what's ahead of you, and the day's coming, and that really is the day of the Lord. When everything will be revealed, when all the secrets are at its max. There's gonna be nothing, and only the people that have the armor is gonna withstand what's coming.
Okay.
So it's a high time. Go ahead.
Now I was gonna say that also ties in with faith, man. Because we can't see the kingdom to come. We know it's coming, and we believe in it. You know, because faith is the things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
We've not seen. That's right. That's right.
So you just gotta keep the faith, man. Stay strong. You know.
That's right. So with that, if anyone doesn't have anything else, we're gonna close out. All right. So with that we want to say Carlisle, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Hashem,
Okay.
Hawakakodash. Double honors the apostles of Great Millstone who will and teach well, and salutation to you.
So.
Shalom, Martin.
Come, Israel.
Shalom.
For